All right, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Brotato. This time we are trying out the Generalist, who can only have two of. So they can only have 3 and 3 of each weapon. So 3 melee weapons and 3 ranged weapons. There's like a couple different ways I could see this working out really well, but the extra range damage and melee damage seems super nice. And what are the weapons that... I'm trying to think of like what route I want to go with this. And Ethereal has both ranged and melee weapons. And the ranged weapon is just like trash 99% of the time. But I feel like it might be kind of good here. I also think like a shuriken, a precision build would go pretty crazy. There's definitely some great options. But I'm going to try for an Ethereal to start us off today. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it works out well. Because I do love me some Ethereal. I think Ethereal is just like a... Everybody loves to scale in video games, right? You know, you got all sorts of abilities in these various games where it's just like permanent damage, and it's awesome. I love permanent damage. Or permanent bonus of any kind, to be honest. It's fun to leverage that sort of thing. Let's roll once. We'll take the luck. None of these are what I'm looking for. There's a Ghost Scepter. And we'll roll again, and look at that. That is gorgeous. I will go ahead and take the flint, lock the scepter. We'll do one more roll. And I'm pretty happy with that. We'll lock the helmet, because early armor doesn't really do much, but it is nice to have. I do like having armor. So yeah, the game plan is to have a mixture of axes, daggers, and scepters for this ethereal build. All of the ethereal weapons give you a small bonus of attack speed, max health, and damage corresponding to the weapon. So axes give damage, the dagger gives attack speed, and the scepter gives max HP. And yeah, it's nice to not have to worry about those stats as much while you're leveling up. I think it's a pretty valuable effect. And you can get some really nice stuff out of it in the long run, that's for sure. There's my third scepter, which is perfect. That is ideal. But yeah, combining these weapons quickly is really nice because basically they don't split the kill credit, which means that it's really annoying. Because the way they give you the extra damage is by killing a set amount of enemies for a wave. When you get that kill threshold, that's when it ticks up and gives you the bonus. So it's really, really annoying when your kills are getting split between all these weapons that are vying for that exact same thing. But hopefully we'll be able to make it work. Let's take some range damage here. And yeah, let's grab our Ghost Scepter. Let's take a look and see if any of these have been given any bonuses. So we've got 1 extra % of damage from the Ghost Axe, 1%, 1 extra HP from the Ghost Scepter, and 1% attack speed from... Oh wait, we don't even have 1% from the Ghost Flint? Wow, Ghost Flint's slacking, apparently. That is pretty lame. We're grabbing the Gecko early, because I think economically it's the most likely thing to help us out here in the long run. But yeah, I think Ethereal Scepter is extremely ass, and I haven't really had a good run with it. I've had good runs with the daggers and the axes, but I want to see if I can get a good run going with the Scepter. Because I think if you get like piercing going, and maybe like some attack speed, you could probably get some cool stuff going with it in theory. But, you know, that is simply a theory until I put it into action, you know? We'll take the HP regen. That's pretty good. Let's do even more HP regen. And we'll take the crit or dodge. We have 30% dodge thanks to running all ethereal weapons, which is really nice. And this is lovely. We're getting some weapon upgrades. Weapon upgrades are big. Weapon upgrades are very big. We'll grab that. The helmet is sitting there. The interest is going up. That is unfortunate, but that is how it be. Hopefully the extra damage from these scepters means my max HP will be scaling up pretty rapidly. I don't really have any reason for wanting max HP over damage or attack speed, which is one of the things that makes the scepter so strange to me. It's like, why do I care? And I guess the answer is, you know, if you get a lot of HP, it's really hard to die. But I've never had an amount of HP where I've felt like I'm invincible. Most of my builds, you know, I have had tank builds, but they're not tanky because of HP. They're tanky because of dodge or because of armor. This is a lot of flat damage. We do already have luck scaling. Our armor is -5. It's a lot of flat damage. We should respect that. We should definitely just respect it. We're gonna continue scaling that flat damage as much as we can. Sometimes I like sneaking in like a primitive spear on an ethereal build because it can be a really effective killer. But I'm gonna try and go all in on it this time, and we'll hope it works out. The damage output is definitely sufficient for now. The extra melee damage, or the extra, I guess it's both melee and range damage with the Generalist, which is kind of cool. But it really does beg the question of, like, do I try to stack aside? Like, how do you build this character? Like, genuine question. How do you build this character? Because generally speaking, you want to just specify with stuff. And plus whatever, I guess it's like +12/+12. Just doesn't seem worth it to have to split your resources. Or essentially play like half of your weapons don't exist. That seems pretty bad. That's a lot of range damage. We'll go for it. And that's a purple axe. I have to run these 3 ghost scepters. I can't combine. That's what I would normally do. So I guess we have to say goodbye to our ghost flint and take this purple axe, because there's no way I'm passing that up. It's way too good to pass up, especially with that, all that extra damage that it could provide. Although that said, it really does feel like the scepters are starting to take off a little bit. But, yeah, big waves like this, that's where the axe is going to come into play. The axe definitely still has its place. We're egg hunting. It's wave 7. Wave 7, you should always be ready for eggs if you're playing on Danger Level 5. Although if you've made it to Danger Level 5, I'm sure you're aware of a lot of the craziness this game has to offer and how you have to, like, actually start actively thinking about what wave you're on and stuff, you know? It took me a while to pick up on that sort of thing, but people started, like, mentioning, it's like, oh yeah, this is the wave, and I'm like, oh shit, they're right, I gotta start paying attention to this shit. There's actually things going on in this game. It's not just completely free. Recycling machine and critical hit chance. We got some easy ones. They're throwing us some simple ones so far. It sucks that I can't, like, grab this. Like, in my head, there's a million different ways that I'd want to pick this up, but I can't. And it's another shortcoming of the character, I think. So that does suck pretty hard. And, like, this ghost flint is just going to waste. This is actually fucked up. This is hard. This is really hard. Okay, we'll lock the ghost scepter. At least we can get that leveled up. But I have, like, half the space to upgrade my stuff, which is super duper lame. By the way, in case anyone was wondering, our waves are 11, 15, and 17 for the danger waves. I'm hiding that behind me. I apologize. Normally I've got a little bit more opacity on me, so that way it's easier to see, but for some reason I don't have it on, and I'm not going to change it. We're just going to deal. We are just going to deal today. But maybe in the future I will remember to fix that. See what kind of damage we can get down. These bigger guy waves are not very helpful for getting extra bonus stats, that's for certain. We're not really going to get much extra out of this, I imagine. This is sad. We're very much falling short in terms of damage output here. A lot of the times, there's like a couple different ways the game can stress test your build, and I think like throwing a bunch of really large lads at you is one of their more effective ways. I'm alive because of dodge. I'm actually, oh my god, that was almost it. I am alive because of dodge. Attack speed down and melee damage up seems pretty good, especially since we should theoretically be getting unlimited attack speed with our build. Speed is feeling real bad. Normally I'd take luck there, but our speed's been awful. So let's work on that. Okay. Well, we've got 3 Ghost Scepters all the way up, so that's good. Go ahead and do another roll. Do you see how bad this is? Is this character ass? This character might be really terrible. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Scared Sausage and Snake are okay, but we don't really want to be killing with those things anyway. I could just buy some attack speed, which I'm gonna need to do because we've gotten 3 stats from our Ghost Flint. Thanks a lot, Ghost Flint. Useless piece of garbage. Dude, Ghost Flint's actually probably my favorite weapon out of the weapons. Out of the ethereal weapons, attack speed just feels so strong. Flat percent damage is really good too, because it combos so well with really, really fun weapons like the bazooka. But oh, this is the wave. They're making up for last wave. Getting lots and lots of stats here because they're spawning so many dudes. That said, our wave clear is kind of ass. Not gonna lie, we basically just got the axe to save us with wave clear. I mean, technically all the melee weapons will help us wave clear. It's just our frickin' dumb scepters that don't really help here. The scepters are just so much worse. I hope we can get some crit, or not some crit, some piercing. Piercing would help out a lot here. That would go a long way toward improving our build. Because then we'd actually start killing multiple things with them instead of one thing at a time. A little bit of range would be nice. Already got some range, but we'll take some more. And I will take the flat damage. I think we kind of need it. That's going to help. This is going to help. That's pretty good. We lucked out on our rolls there. There's a sharp bullet for our piercing that we were complaining about not having. All right. I think this was a really good wave for upgrades. Going on a wave 10. But yeah, being able to pierce with our Ghost Scepters will hopefully give us a ton of extra max HP. We're already up to 40. Like, it is definitely a non-negligible boost. I'm wondering if I should even forego, like, one of my axes. I could give up one of my melee weapons for a primitive spear and then have, like, a much better time. Or, you know what? I should think bigger. What is the single best weapon that takes advantage of, like, melee damage boosts? And I don't know what the answer is. But you know what a good one for range damage boost is the Uzi. That would be really, really strong in our build, I think. So maybe we should look for that. Definitely something to think about. Is maybe we should be building into that sort of thing. There's so many enemies that I wish were dead, but are not. Glass Cannon is just a psycho one to take, but we're taking it anyway. I have no fear in my heart. We're gonna take the dodge. And we'll take a bag, why not? There's another completely useless Ghost Flint. That makes me sad. Take the Cyclops Worm because the damage matters a lot, and we'll take one of those, dropping our armor into minus once again. Do not like that a ton, but what can I say? I'm a sucker for. Oh god, I'm pretty sure this is like one of the worst bosses, right? Oh good. I'm not gonna try and fight him. I'm just gonna run away. We could theoretically try to fight him, but honestly, I'd rather him be in his base mutation form for as long as possible. And yeah, we just want to run away. We're not going to kill this guy, and I am aware of that. That's just the life that we're having to lead. We're leading the lives of cowards. There will be no red item for this run, not yet at least. Our economy is in other places. This ethereal run is taking its sweet time getting off the ground. But that is a lot of enemies stacked up there. We're getting some stats. It's not all bad. It's a little bad, but it's not all bad. The dodging has been decent as well. There we go. That is plus 8 melee damage. Just a no-brainer, if you ask me. We'll take the harvesting, too. And, yeah, hopefully that'll help a little bit. Silver Bullet is nice. Triangle Power is a trap. that I will not fall for. We'll freeze the pumpkin, and I'm not going to bother with the lens. It's probably just not worth my time. We're up to 61 max HP now. Hopefully we continue to see that number rise. That would be great. Not too shabby. It was funny when I went on my trip, because this episode is being filmed pretty much, I mean, not right after my trip, but pretty early after my trip out to Banff and then Drunheller, out to Alberta and back, essentially, which was beautiful, by the way. But my other buddy, Infinite, he ended up going on a trip the exact same week, and also to the Badlands, no less. A little bit further down in America, but you know, same like biomes and stuff. And we were sharing pictures, and it was so freaking cool. It's really interesting because the Badlands where I was look a little different from the Badlands where he was, and it's just really interesting how diverse our world is in terms of, you know, there's a lot of stuff in the dirt, and it just makes the world pretty. It's crazy. It's like somebody painted the whole thing. I don't think that's the case, but it, you know, just magic. It's magical how awesome our planet is. Do we want the max HP? It's a lot of max HP, but I think we can do better. Let's roll a couple times. We'll take the damage. We'll go for a pumpkin, and I think we're gonna take that smg. I think this is a smg situation. Let's do it. I think it's time we start to venture away from our ethereals and try to get some real weapons, because they aren't going to last us forever. This is an interesting one. I'm going to take it. I am expecting big things from this Smg. I'm hoping that it's just going to kick insane amounts of ass, as Smgs often do. But we'll see. So far, it definitely looks like it's killing a lot of things. But yeah, next step is to combine our axes and acquire like a primitive spear or a shuriken. Either one of those I would welcome with open arms into our build. Because, yeah, we definitely want to start pivoting away from ethereal. Ethereal is all about, like, greeding hard for as many kills as you can with those weapons, and then like pivoting out into a stronger build later, because you do get to keep the stats even if you get rid of all of the ethereal weapons. That said, I don't think it's worth getting rid of them entirely, probably, because, you know, just having permanently scaling stats, especially if you've managed to survive long enough to get them going, is worth it. That was terrifying. I was scared to death there, but we're alive. We'll take the harvesting, and that's a level 3 Smg. How'd the damage go? 9,000. 9 freaking thousand, dude. Nothing else even came close. Let's dump our other Ghost Scepter. We'll keep the red one. I'll go double Smg for now. We're on wave 14, and wave 15 is the next scary wave, so we could take the bait. Bait's really scary here, but I think we go for it. Because who dares win, or whatever the saying is. And metal detector. It's way too late. We talked about this last episode. I think metal detector is the sort of thing that you take early on and then never ever again past the early game. It's very much one of those sort of weapons in my eyes. And that's how we're going to play it. Oh my god. So much damage. Dropping the amount of ethereal weapons we have is dropping our dodge rate, by the way, which is meaning that we're going to be taking even more damage, but hopefully our extra max HP that we've gotten from these ethereal scepters ends up being worthwhile. And yeah, we'll be able to make good use of these SMGs. And honestly, the build has been pivoting pretty nicely. There's so many red things on my screen. I'm just freaking out. I'm just trying to look at all the red things, and I'm going cross-eyed doing it. I'm just trying to dodge. I just want to live. Okay, give me a little of that sauce. We're skipping out on the resources that we're getting this time. We're not getting in there. Not nearly as much as I would like. Okay, we're risking a little bit. That wasn't so bad. 60 lost. We'll take the 60 range, by the way. It's pretty juicy. Okay, we're gonna combine our ghost axes to have a primitive spear, and we will compare the damage for what we have. The Ghost Scepter's holding up pretty well. The Ghost Flint, on the other hand, not so much. And the Ghost Axe, we won't know how that's doing for a round, but we'll find out soon, I'm sure. I'm not taking this bait. That's not a good idea. We'll take the coupon. And I think we just roll past. We're gaining damage bonus through the axe anyway. We've gained plus 55 stats from the axe. That's actually very respectable. It's pretty darn good. We'll take a bag, and I would like my dodge back up, honestly. I'm missing it. I'm missing my dodge quite a lot, so we'll hold on to the Gamba token. We'll see how this primitive spear treats us. The really nice feature of the spear is that it's got, like, absolutely redonkulous early game range. It's very dumb. You don't have to invest much in it for it to have crazy range. And, yeah, that's a really useful feature for a melee weapon to have. Because it means that you can get, like, these really big cleaving hits with fairly minimal investment. It does mean that you need more attack speed, so that way your spear comes back to you faster. I do think that melee has some problems with range, and it's very awkward. I don't know how to balance it. It is balanced. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I wanna live. I wanna live. I dodged. Yeah. Keep dodging. Give me the food. Give me the food. Okay. There was multiple times where I probably should have died there, but didn't. And I will take that straight to the bank. I will not forget the goodness that this game bestowed upon me. Okay, so there's a shuriken. We don't really care, because it's not even a leveled up shuriken. What do you take me for? We're not capping our speed. That's a terrible idea. Our speed is not very good, and we get more damage out of speed, so definitely want that. This strange book is cracked, by the way. Great item if you build around it, which we have not, so, you know, not very helpful. This baby with the beard's actually going to go off with 38 range bonus. That's really good. And we'll take the armor for now, and what's my XP gain? 20%. I will take another scar. It's maybe a little bit late into the game for a scar, but I would like to see if we can push this build. Honestly, the fact that we're even here, I'm really happy that we've made it to wave 16 with this build. I think we may have pivoted at exactly the right time to have a chance to, you know, make a proper go of this and turn it into a good run. Will it be a strong, endless run? I'm not so sure. I don't have my highest hopes, because I feel like Ethereal is just maybe bad. I don't know. Like, there's classes that make really good use of Ethereal, like Ghost, for example. I know that they get bonus for it or whatever. But, I don't know. It just feels like damage is economy in this game, and Ethereal is intentionally gimping your damage, which is intentionally gimping your economy. And, you know, if I can have damage that gives me more damage because I got more money, that's a lot better than trying to cut out that middleman and just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do no damage so that way I can get damage. Like, you see how it seems. And I don't think that it really matches up super well with most of the playstyles of the game. I'm gonna take this because it's a unique and it's gonna keep showing up, and I think it's a really good unique because you can get a lot of goodies out of it. 10 harvesting here is probably still worth, maybe. That's a lot of speed. We'll take the speed instead. Just because I'm not sure how worth it would be. Okay, that is just a nice legendary to have. And that means I don't need Alien Tongue anymore. We're going to see if we can kill a guy. Chef is back for round 2. I think we're going to be strong enough to kill the chef this time. Oof. That hurt real bad. Oh my god. Don't hit me. I'm running away. He's scaring me. Come on. Let's fucking go. We got him. we don't get any sort of bonus for killing him here, but we did get him. It's very nice. It's a good sign. We'll do a DPS check here on our next round, or whenever this round is done. We can take a look at how the the damage layout damage layout of the land. I don't know. Whatever the words. We're gonna take a look at how we're doing. Because I'm expecting big things from our SMG. I'm also expecting big things from our primitive spear, because it's been feeling really great. The way it just, like, pierces through entire armies. Oh, it's the gnome. Oh, it's the gnome. it's a lot of melee damage, okay? I'll take it. Roll me. I definitely want that armor. Rip and tear, pretty pog. Hang on, let's take a look here. So 6,000 from Ghost Flint, good on you. Okay, 12,000 from the Ghost Scepter, that's pretty good. 14,000 from the SMG. Honestly, Ghost Scepter, good job. Good job, Ghost Scepter. 18,000 from the purple SMG. 7,000 from the axe. What are you doing, red axe? And of course, 19,000 from the spear. So as you can see, spear is just fucking dumb. Like what? That doesn't make any sense. Our melee is double our range, though, right now. So I guess... Well, I mean, it wasn't before then. We just got the gnome now. So, yeah, I guess that it's going to get a little bit of preferential treatment here. This is a roll me. Or do I take the lifesteal? You know what? This lifesteal seems pretty nice. Going on a wave 18. I'll take the pumpkin, because piercing is important for us. And... How many? We're at 24 stats gain. 65. The axe is still scaling us nicely. The Ghost Flint, not so much. 72 of our 110 HP is from this Ghost Scepter. That's kind of goated. I think this has been a success for the Ghost Scepter. No matter what happens, the Ghost Scepter has done some wonderful things for this run. There are undoubtable times where I would have died if I did not have the health that I have on this run. So... yeah, I'm gonna say value. I'm gonna call it. We got value out of the Ghost Scepter. And it was, in fact, the Ghost Dagger that has failed us this time. Which is surprising. But I'm game for being surprised in this game. I always have a really good time in Brotato, because it does feel like you can fine-tune your strategies super duper hard. Especially, one of the interesting parts about it is, like... You know, people will come into my chat and they'll be like, oh yeah, you shouldn't use the lightning shiv or like whatever, because it's bad. And then I'm like, okay, but let's look at the damage. And then that weapon happens to do way more damage than everything else. And it's like, okay, maybe the devs patched it or something. Because apparently the devs are continuing to patch this game, and we're still seeing new stuff in Brotato, which is nice. I love it when games do that. This is way too late for a piggy bank. We just recycle it. And that's 9 dodge. That's easy. Going on to wave 19. Scary round to Peacock, but I'm doing it anyway. We got 14% crit. This hunting trophy is... I don't know. It's good for endless. We'll take it. Trees die in one hit is nice, and we don't care about anything else here. So we're just going to send it. I maybe should be taking Claw Tree, by the way. I've skipped a couple of them now. But, I don't know. I feel like the difference between not taking and taking... some of those white items later on into the run is not that big of a deal. You kind of want, like, bigger impact items a lot of the time. I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe it is a misplay. It's possible. We're clearing enemies, like, really well. Things are not getting close to us. Generalist is kind of doing it. I didn't think this character was going to be any good. I thought this character was kind of ass. But they're honestly shining surprisingly well. I wasn't sure if Ethereal was necessarily the play for this either, because, you know, Ethereal's a bit of a meme, as I've complained about earlier, but, you know, maybe all I need to do to succeed is complain. I don't know, because this run's actually feeling comfy now. We're gonna skip out on that, take the attack speed, take the damage, and Alloy is great. Sad Tomato is Monka, but I do like it, kinda. We're getting 1 HP regen a second. And we're losing so much max health. It's not even funny. I don't think we go for it. I think we bypass that. And I think Tardigrade is bait. I used to take Tardigrade every single time. I don't like it as much anymore. Adrenaline's great here. And so is Riposte. And we're going to lock Peacock for our Endless. And hopefully we make it there. Let's take a look here. One last time at our stats. Plus 24 on Ghost Flint, plus 84 on the Ghost Scepter, plus 68 on the Ethereal Axe. 2,000 damage, 8,000 damage, 4,000, 13,000, 6,000, and 16,000. So Spear didn't do as well that time around for whatever reason. But hopefully we can do alright this time. Let's go ahead and try to take out this guy right away. I find this boss to be the most threatening one. And he was also the first one I saw, so, you know, it just works out. I'm a little afraid. Ow. Ow. Okay. Just gonna hang a little bit away from him for now. Oh my god. We'll die on the last boss. That would be very sad. Holy shit, the dodges. Okay. That guy's running away now, which works for me. This guy's getting close. He's a fool. There we go. That's one down. Let's get this other guy. It's always a good sign when you're killing these bosses. Beautiful. That's 2 reds. And it's a full heal that I can just leave sitting on the ground here, which is a big deal. It's going to be super duper nice. So yeah, I would count that as like a big success for this run. The fact that I was able to kill 2 bosses by the tail end here is great. That said, we're only 30 minutes in. I think we get this endless going. Dodge and crit is great. And I will definitely take that at the cost of some crit and attack speed. Yes. 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 Indeed. Okay. Harvesting is dead to me. We are after just raw damage, I think. Raw damage suits me well. And we will take a little peacock action here. We're good for round 21. I probably should have double checked, but that's okay. We'll... This is a bad idea. But I'm doing it anyway. Alright, this should be a spicy one. Let's take a look at the damage output. 26,000 coming out of the SMG. Doing some insane damage output. As I was saying earlier, it just gets so much benefit from the whatchama thing. It's just wonderful. Wow, we are just ripping through these enemies. Keep in mind that they're doing 100% extra damage, so they will do terrifying amounts of damage to me if they hit me. But nothing is even remotely coming close to me, which is a really great sign. Also, our max health continues to scale up. We're up to 132 now without even having to think about it. Also, I gotta say, the beard item that I got, kind of putting in an insane amount of work. I'm sure you're seeing it. Just these random extra bullets flying around. They're putting in the work. That's for certain. You can see that the turrets, or the trees getting killed and spawning more turrets, just very mildly helpful. Not like terribly helpful, but you know, it's something. It's a little bonus. It's good to have. There we go. And this is where our harvesting starts to go down, sadly. We don't care about toxic sludge. Our dodge can go up to 60, so we've still got some room on that. But armor always has room to grow, so we'll grab that first. We'll continue to take riposte. 100% chance to deal 563 damage to an enemy when dodging their attack. So getting our dodge up higher will be really nice with that. But I'm not too worried about it for now. There's another beard baby, which has done 78,000 damage. It's insane. We can also get our other SMG to purple, which is very nice. I'm quite happy about that. We've got some bosses on this wave. I'm a little afraid because I don't know exactly what's happening, but we're just going to try and do lots of damage and hopefully it works out. Okay, there's one idiot dead. Let's kill the other idiot. I don't know what this guy does. I don't remember. But we're just going to try and kill him real fast. Because that's what we do here. Okay. This is kind of popping. This is kind of great. I got to check in on my my ethereal dagger, by the way. Because I have a strong feeling that it has not been getting to play the game for a little while. We might replace that with like a shuriken. Just having a shuriken in this build would probably go absolutely insane. But that said, us killing stuff just makes the beard kind of kill everything on screen. This run is scaled up beautifully. I did not expect Generalist to actually be strong like this. But this is kind of the playstyle I've yearned for, to be honest. I'm going to skip out on Peaceful Bee. Definitely taking Vigilante Ring, and Bandana is a no-brainer. Definitely take that too. Let's do a little roll. I probably should have taken the range. I'm going to roll again. I'm going to roll it a third time. I'm stupid. I'm wasting so much money rolling. We're just going to take the lifesteal. Because I didn't want to take the range after doing what I just did. I think Melee Mastery is probably not worth it at this point because we're getting so much damage from our range bonus. Dude, our axe did 2,600. And look at that! Ghost Flint! Ghost Flint, good for you, Ghost Flint. 24. Yeah, let's get the smg. And our bunny finally shows up. Better late than never. Another one. Sure. Plus 6%. Pretty crazy. The dodge is really high value, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on hold. This Thief Dagger is tempting. 62% chance to gain a material when killing an enemy with a critical hit. I feel like it's just not going to kill that many enemies, though, so we're not going to bother. Like, sure it would crit often, but it's just not going to kill that much. Something crit for 600 damage there, by the way. I don't know what. I would assume it was probably my spear. That's my best guess. Enemies are just kind of exploding. We've really kind of put this build together. I want to point out that my furthest I've ever made it on any of these endless runs, I believe, is wave 32. Wave 32 has a really nasty double boss wave, and I just get exploded by the bosses every time because the damage scaling in this game goes absolutely ape. But this time we actually have a health bar. And if we can get our armor and dodge all the way up, alongside a slightly more respectable lifesteal, we might actually have a chance of getting past that. That said, we got to take it one wave at a time. The next wave is going to be like a boss wave, so we need to, you know, hopefully play well. I don't know. It's not like we have any options other than what we've been doing. But let's hope it works out. Pencil is just very whatever. Definitely take the 20 luck. Give me that. I thought we already had an Ugly Tooth. Apparently not. It's a unique, so we don't. We'll take it now. That's fine. There's my Shuriken. I have 35 attack speed. 24 of it is from Ghost Flint, so I gotta put some respect on its name. Ghost Axe just ain't doing it anymore, dude. 507 damage. That's just yikes. It's so tempting to go into Shuriken, but I know that I'm getting 12% dodge out of Ethereal, and we're getting a lot of value out of dodge with Riposte, so I think we keep it for now. It's a little weird, but I do think our dodge is really high value currently. Even if the weapons aren't doing a lot of damage, we're still getting a lot of value out of the dodge chance. So we'll keep it for that reason. This is just... I hate this boss, by the way. This guy that's charging at me repeatedly is an absolute piece of work. Deserves to be murdered with a variety of weapons. Hence what we're doing right here. Oh my god. Did you just see every single enemy on screen die to a single beard? Dude, the bearded gnome is going nuts. I have no idea why it's doing so much damage. Is this what happens when you get like a good range damage build going with bearded gnome? Or is it bearded gnome? It's the little bearded guy that makes it so when enemies die, they shoot out bullets. That's what's going crazy right now. And it's kind of bonkers. And it's piercing, and it's got so many good things going on with it. It's kind of amazing. We got 3 items there. We'll take a jetpack. That's dodge and speed. And we're skipping out on the elemental a lot here. We've got 13 elemental, even with skipping out. We're going to continue to skip out. We need the attack speed. We've been bypassing it a lot lately. And finally, our swim gets an upgrade. Look at the 30,000 damage on both of those. 15,000 damage on the spear. It's a little bit further behind. And yeah, Ghost Axe just ain't doing it anymore. We're really looking to get rid of that as soon as possible. Our dodge is now over cap, which means that we're good to give up these. We're going to go ahead and combine, and we will definitely take another smg. We'll replace... The only thing I'll replace a smg with is the heavy machine gun, maybe. I could see myself replacing it with that, nothing else. Am I willing to give up her range damage? I don't think I am. Never mind the cute monkey. We don't need it. I'll take the bait because I'm stupid. And it just appeals to me. Okay, maybe we don't give up the dodge. I don't know. Tyler's kind of pog. We do have not very much engineering at all. So we'll skip it for now. I definitely could use some more crit. Definitely take insanity here. All right. Hopefully this works out pretty good. So far, so good. The hoodie gives me increased damage based on my dodge chance. It does decrease my range by a lot, which is a little problematic. But I'm hoping that the extra damage pays for itself, and we'll just put a special order on some ranged here, and hopefully we can find some. With the chain reactions activating here, we don't really have that much to worry about when it comes to range. We get in range, and then we kill like a group of enemies, and then every single enemy on screen just kind of pops. A big chain reaction. It works out pretty well. This might be one of my best runs. I'm hoping that I don't throw it away by taking the wrong item. I maybe should have thought about hoodie a little bit more because of that lack of range. But honestly, so far, I've copiumed my way into thinking that it's pretty good. So we will keep it going. Oh my god, look at how much damage a scared sausage is doing! Hey, Michaela. Okay, I'm just going to record for a little while longer. Yeah, so we're at minus 115 range. That's kind of a problem. We're going to put some priority on that when we get the opportunity, that's for certain. Range damage seems like it's just scaling the best right now, so we're going to take that. And that's a rocket launcher, which sounds good, but I don't think it is. I genuinely don't think it is. We'll take a mouse, even though it's probably a really bad idea. And we're going on to wave 26, so Peacock is good timing, because 27 is the danger wave. Minus dodge for all of this. I think it's worth it, even though it does drop my damage. Yeah, I think it'll increase my damage more than it drops it. But that does put me back under the damage cap. Oh my god, man. We're critting for 800 with something. It's got to be the spear. It has to be the spear. I think our spear is just kind of popping off a little bit with the damage output. I'm glad I kept it and decided not to go for the shuriken. But that said, I still need to get rid of these last ethereal weapons. Like, I don't need to. Obviously, they're still accruing, like, a tiny amount of value. We'll take a closer look and see if we've gotten any bonuses from them in recent times. I know the last time we checked in on the axe, it was at 68. So we'll go based off of that. I know the scepter is definitely getting bonus still because it's a ranged weapon. So it's just able to keep up just by virtue of being able to hit at a distance. But it's clear that a lot of the enemies at this point are kind of just getting bodied. There's range. We need that. And there's more attack speed. We don't need that, but I want it. 28,000 out of the spear. 14,000, 20,000. Okay, so the spear's just kind of kicking ass randomly here. That's great. Love that. And we're at 24 on Ghost Flint, 110 on Ghost Scepter, and still 68 on that axe. Oh, it's a shame. I think we recycle the axe and take the spear. It feels wrong, but I think it's completely right. And we're burning enemies now, so Snake is good. There's more range, please, for the love of God. We'll do what I need for range. I need it. Scared Sausage not doing that much damage yet, but hopefully with the snake it'll kind of combo a little bit better. And yeah, no more free damage percent. We topped off at 232, 68% of that being from the axe, so that's almost nice. It's good. We'll give it a good, not a nice. Okay, we've got a double rhinoceros pairing to try and murder me here. I'm genuinely terrified, and I'm probably gonna die. Just gonna run away for a little while and hope we can regen. Thank you, plants. Thank you, plants. For doing your diligence of keeping me alive. god. They're so fast. Okay. I'm hoping that just popping the enemies is going to be enough to, like, kill the bosses here. Eventually. Try to get some work on them. I think we got them both. Very nice. Woo. Okay, we're back on track. That's another boss wave down. So where were my shortcomings there? I think I just didn't quite have enough raw damage. But honestly, having like slightly more dodge chance probably would have been good too. Fuel tank is no good. Blindfold is great. And there's some more speed. Our range has gone down again. Weird. Weird how that keeps happening, right? We'll take that. Crown is dead to me. Do I upgrade Ghost Flint? It's doing 9,000 while other things are doing like 70,000. I don't think we upgrade our Ghost Flint. As sad as that is. We need to get rid of this thing. There's a level 5 pistol that I care not about. Hedgehog looks pretty pog. Definitely grab another coupon. Laser gun doesn't help us. And that's some extra crit chance. It's a lot of extra crit chance. We'll take it. We'll take all of it. Give me all of your crit chance. Okay. So. Yeah, Ghost Flint is at the very tippy top of the list to go. We need some extra dodge, and we need some extra range. I'm happy with all of our damage stats. But I do think that those two things would help a lot. I'm sure extra damage would help too. We are critting for 1,000, which is, you know, it's not too shabby. It's okay. It's a decent build. By the way, I guess considering this is like an endless run, I probably should have asked this early on in the video, before Wave 20. But do you prefer... I feel like I'm just going to end up with the endless crowd here, but I'm going to ask anyway. Fine, it'll be a biased question. Do you prefer runs that go to Wave 20, or do you prefer runs that go endless? Let me know. Because I feel like... from what I've heard, YouTube is mostly people that go to Wave 20, or like heavily edited videos where people, you know, they go endless, but then edit it down. But obviously this is just kind of a raw one, you know? Okay, we wanted more dodge. More dodge is more damage. More damage is more deeps. We're gonna say goodbye to our Ghost Flint and take a level 1 shuriken. It's ranged. It's ranged! Why does it count as ranged, dude? It's a melee weapon. I guess it's a ranged weapon that scales with melee. Okay, it's fine. We got a spear. Not all is lost. I was not ready for this realization. But thankfully there was just a spear there, so we're okay. We're not completely screwed. It'll be alright. There's no point in re-rolling here. Alright, well... It's a sad way to lose my, my ethereal bonus, but that's okay. We've still got the scepter. I might just keep the scepter forever. Or I'll probably give it up. I just need the right thing to give it up for. It'll show up eventually, I'm sure. The weapon of our dreams. But yeah, it's cool to see that the spears and the SMGs are taking turns doing the most damage. Because sometimes it's the spears that carry, and sometimes it's the SMGs. And all the time it's the little bearded guy in my inventory, which we should definitely do a little damage check on. Because I have a strong feeling that it's doing a more billion damage. By the way, it's 2023. I'm just using old memes for no reason. I'm sorry. I just like old memes, okay? Is there anything wrong with that? Oh, maybe a little. But not that wrong. Okay. We definitely want the extra dodge. Dodge good. Dodge is just more damage. That's a lot of HP regen. I mean, it's a decent amount. And we'll take it. We're taking this for the HP regen. Do we want the whetstone as well? I think we do. What's our crit at? It's not nearly max. Let's grab that as well. Bloody hand! If we live wave 30, that would be great. Not like it killed us last time or anything. Is Bloody Hand good? I feel like it's good. Okay, we're in a lot of danger, obviously. We need to not take a billion damage from the enemies. Ow, like that. Okay, play well. Play well, live long. Oh, it's over. Just dodge like you mean it. You're playing a video game. You're not just walking around collecting upgrades. You're playing a fucking video game. Act like it. Oh my god. I'm dead. Okay, well there we go. It's a wave 30 run. I hope you all enjoyed this generalist run. I am impressed. I'm genuinely impressed. That was pretty fun. That worked out a lot better than I expected. I didn't think I was just gonna get a win on generalist. But I don't know, maybe they're easy. Maybe they're just easy. Who would have thought? Plus 2 melee damage for every ranged you have. So we had plus 58 and plus 1 range for every 2 melee damage you have. Huh. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then we unlocked big arms. Plus 12 melee damage, plus 6 range damage, minus 1 armor, minus 5% speed. That's pretty good. I mean, it's a little specific, but it's nice for a general build, you know? All right. That is going to be all for Brotato this time. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you want to see more of these. This is kind of like a trial run, doing a couple more episodes. And yeah, we'll catch you all with more videos soon. Bye-bye.